Hey guys, this is my review for the film Hacksaw Ridge. I'm going to explain 3 of my takeaways from this movie, and they will contain some spoilers, so be aware. At the end, I will be giving it a rating out of 4 stars, so let's get into it. One of the best aspects of the film is the way that it looks. It's a very beautiful looking film. The sets, makeup, cinematography, editing, and color grade all work together to make it look incredible. For example, let's take a look at this scene here. It's got shadows, light is shining through the trees, which creates contrast, and it's got good color. It's green and warm. The location is great. It's got everything I want in a frame. This composition of the boys in the woods progresses through a couple more shots until we get to this shot. A completely different composition. No trees, no shadows, very bright golden grass swaying across the whole screen. This shot looks like $1,000,000. It adds variety to the montage, and I think that's what makes this sequence really stand out to me. Not only is the cinematography good, but the editing really makes it impactful. So this is just one of the many impressive looking scenes in the film. Now I want to talk about the makeup, okay? It's awesome. Look at this. Look at this man, okay? He's covered in layers of dirt. He's got dirt from yesterday. He's got dirt from 6 hours ago, and he's got dirt from 2 minutes ago on his face. Plus, all of these different cuts on his face. They look phenomenal. The amount of layers is impressive, okay? But the best part of this whole thing is his ear. He's missing a piece of his ear, okay? Look at it. These are the details that just get me stoked, okay? The way that he looks right now on the screen is how I feel about the makeup in this film. It brings a tear to my eye. I love it. Let's take a look at this scene here. The main character is going to tell the love of his life that he's going to war against a bunch of crazy people with swords halfway across the world. And this is his expression. I don't think that's right. I need him to be more serious. And she has no idea what he's going to say, so she looks like this. Then he tells her, and then she looks like this. Her expression has completely changed from happy to unhappy. That's good acting. Now, what does our main character look like? He looks exactly the same as in the beginning of the scene. And now she's very upset and starts to cry. And finally, he has a change of expression. So Dorothy goes from happy to upset to crying, and main character goes from happy to confused. I don't think the acting from the main character fits this scene, and I'm not a fan of it. Here's another example. This is all about facial expressions and body language. Let's watch our main character in this scene. Now let's watch the other character in this scene, played by Hugo Weaving. This shot right here is outstanding. He clearly goes from one emotion to the other. It's top-notch acting. It's awesome. So he's moving around, he's changing emotions, he's fluctuating the amount of emotion. It's incredible to watch. Meanwhile, our main character hardly moves around and barely changes his expression. I'm not getting enough from him. I think the director should shoulder some blame, but it's mainly up to the actor to bring the scene to life. Hugo Weaving does this in every scene he is in and puts on by far the best acting performance in the entire film. My third takeaway from this film is that it has some brilliant battle scenes that are very suspenseful and exciting. The first one I want to talk about is a classic sequence that has been in many movies before, and it will continue to be in movies, and it will always be entertaining. Take a look.
Oh, help me. Take a breath.
Classic. Your comrade needs help. The enemy is going to find them. What do? You hide in plain sight. Brilliant. Cinema at its finest. Just awesome montage and editing right here. There is an infinite amount of ways to portray this scene, and I think that in this film, they use it creatively and it's necessary to the plot. I really enjoyed this scene. In this next scene, the troops are trying to capture this bunker that has a machine gun in it, shooting everybody, and it's heavily guarded. It's maybe like 30 yards away, and they're trying to blow it up with explosives, so they need to get close to it. But there's a bunch of grenades and bombs blowing up all around them, and they're creating craters in the ground. So they start jumping into these craters to get closer to the bunker, but they have to get up over the edge, which leaves them exposed to gunfire. It's very intense, and soldiers are getting shot everywhere. It's really exciting, and anything could happen. I think this scene really represents this Battle of Hacksaw Ridge as a whole. Like, the Americans have been trying to take this area unsuccessfully for some time now. And in this scene, they are trying so hard just to gain a little bit of ground, and they're losing so much. I enjoyed this scene and the other one particularly, but all of the battle is very entertaining. Overall, Hacksaw Ridge is a good film that does a lot of things very well, but also falls short on some very important details. I definitely would recommend this film if you're in the mood for an inspiring war movie. My final grade for Hacksaw Ridge is 2.5 stars out of 4. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.